Today, we will witness three avatars of Mahadev who conducted the universe's greatest divine test: Brahmachari, Sunatnartaka, and Yaksheshwar. Through these forms, we will strive to learn what lessons Mahadev's trials hold for us. Namaste friends, I am your host Gaurav and you are watching the Puranic Files. In our previous episode, we explored the Rudra and Guru forms of Hanuman, who is preparing for Lord Kalki for the final war. We saw how an Ansh avatar can reach the pinnacle of devotion. But today's journey moves beyond devotion and towards the realm of test. We begin with that moment in time when Mahadev took a form to test Mata Parvati's love, a form that shook the very foundations of logic. Get ready for the first avatar, Brahmachari. Chapter 1, Brahmachari. Amidst the bone-chilling cold of the Himalayas, Mata Parvati sat in a fierce penance. She had renounced food and water. Her body had grown frail, but her resolve was as strong as iron. Suddenly, a young Brahmachari arrived, a student whose face radiated brilliance, but whose words were sharp and piercing. He was no ordinary sage, but Mahadev himself, wishing to test Mata Parvati's love and patience one last time. The Brahmachari asked Parvati, "O Devi, what are you doing? Who is the fruit of this pulling penance?" Mata replied softly, "Shiva." Upon hearing this, Brahmachari laughed out loud. He wove a web of logic designed to shatter anyone's flame. He said, "Shiva, that Aghori, the one who dwells in cremation grounds, wraps snakes around his necks and has neither home nor destination. You, a princess, wish to marry a man who wanders with a horde of ghosts and ghouls. This isn't love, this is foolishness." Friends, here Mahadev was criticizing himself. This was a psychological test. The Brahmachari said everything that from a social perspective made Shiv look unfit. But Mata Parvati's response is the true essence of this avatar. She replied in anger, "We claim to know Shiv, but you have only seen his outer form. We haven't seen his infinite nature. Shiv is the void, and Shiv is the universe. He has no home, because the entire world belongs to him." When Mata Parvati surrendered every atom of her being to Shiv and defeated the Brahmachari logic with her devotion, Mahadev manifested in his true form. He declared, "From this day forth, I am your slave." The Brahmachari Avatar teaches us that when the world questions your goal and uses logic to belittle you, your focus and conviction are your greatest victories. But Mahadev's series of tests did not end here. The test of love was complete, but now it was time for a proposal that would change a father's ego and a kingdom's perspective, because now Mahadev was about to take form, where he wasn't a sage but a great dancer and astrologer, entering the court of King Himwat. Get ready for Mahadev's most artistic avatar, Sunatnartaka. Chapter 2, Sunatnartaka. Mata Parvati's penance was successful and Mahadev had accepted her. But friends, in this Sanatan tradition, marriage is not just the union of two souls, but the union of two families. Mahadev was now to approach Mata Parvati's father, the king of Himalayas, Himvat, with a proposal. However, he did not go as a beggar or an aghori. He took the form of Sunatnartaka, a master dancer, a great musician, and a profound astrologer. Imagine the magnificent court of King Himmat. A mysterious stranger enters with a damru in hand and a smile that could enchant anyone. Sunatnartaka began to dance. This wasn't the tandav, it was the las, the dance of love and bliss. It is said that the rhythm of his feet echoed through the entire Himalayas, bringing tears to the eyes of everyone in the court. King Himmat was so moved that he said, "Ask, you have won my heart with your dance. Whatever you ask shall be yours." It was then that Sunatnartaka revealed his true purpose. He said, "I ask for your daughter Parvati in charity." A stunned silence fell over the court. King Himmat was caught between anger and dilemma. How could he give his daughter hand in marriage to a mere dancer? Then Sunatnartaka showed the king his past and future. He explained how Parvati is the power of universe and her union is only possible with Mahadev. The Sunatnartaka Avatar teaches us that arts are not just for entertainment but a powerful medium to explain truth. When words fail, grace and creativity can break the strongest bonds. Mahadev showed that he is just not a reluctant, but the master of every emotion and every art in the world. That was the union of family and love. There was something else in creation that was disturbing the balance, and that was ego. When the gods felt they had conquered the universe by defeating the demons, Mahadev decided the time had come for a test where neither love nor dance would work. He took a form where which Indra's Vajra and Vayu's speed would prove useless. Let us learn about Mahadev's avatar, Yaksheshwar. Chapter 3, Yaksheshwar. The series of Mahadev's trial had now reached a point where the question wasn't about one individual, but the entire Devlok. After a great war, when the gods achieved victory over Asurs, a terrible poison dissolved within them. Ego, Indra, Agni, and Vayu began to believe that the universe was running solely on their power. Suddenly, a mysterious brilliance appeared before them. A Yaksh. The gods first sent Agni there to find out who this was. Yaksh placed a tiny blade of grass before Agni and said, "Burn this." Agni Dev applied his full power, but he could not burn that straw. Then came Vayudev. The Yaksh placed the same straw and said, "Blow this away." Lord of the universe of the fastest winds, Vayudev could not move that straw even an inch. Finally, Indra himself approached. As he reached, the Yaksh vanished and Ma Shakti appeared in his place. She told the gods that the Yaksh was none other than Mahadev himself, Yaksheshwar. He taught them that the power that gods own is not their own, but a small loan from the divine cosmic energy. The Yaksheshwar Avatar teaches us that no matter how great a human becomes, the stature before the universe is smaller than a blade of grass. True power lies not in pride, but in accepting this truth. Friends, from Brahmachari to Yaksheshwar, These Purna Avatar of Mahadevs manifested in world provide new lessons or to conduct difficult trials. But Mahadev's journey of Avatar is about to become even more fierce. In the next episode, we will learn why Mahadev, in the form of Vishnu Avatar, had to slay the sons of Lord Vishnu, and how he taught us that the bliss of sacrifice in Abdul form is the greatest bliss of all. Knowledge is that which shows you the difference between truth and falsehood. Ego is practiced only by ignoring it. Until then, Om Namah Shivaya.